Would you publicly embarrass your own twin brother over a toilet seat? Just to prove a point. Because that's exactly what I did. And honestly, I still don't know if I'm the villain or the hero in this story. As you listen, tell me in the comments, would you have gone this far? Or did I cross the line? Hi, I'm Lily, and I live with my parents and my twin brother, Ethan. 4 people, 1 bathroom, and apparently 1 basic hygiene rule that only 3 of us can follow. Every single morning. I'd shuffle into the bathroom half asleep, hair a mess, eyes barely open, and there it was, my daily jump scare. Pee, all over the toilet seat. Not a stray drip, not a tiny splash. I'm talking full-on, did you just spin in a circle while peeing? Levels of chaos. The kind where you stop and think, how is this anatomically possible? At first, I did what any reasonable human would do. I went to my dad. Dad, it's disgusting, I told him. It cannot be that hard to aim into the toilet and not everywhere else. He sighed, gave me that tired dad look, and marched off to talk to Ethan. I could hear them from down the hall. Ethan, you need to clean up after yourself. Your sister's tired of seeing pee on the seat. This is basic stuff. Ethan, of course, did what he always does. It's not me. Sure, dude, it's not you. A mysterious pee ghost is haunting the house. But the next morning, same thing. Toilet seat. Splattered. Again. At that point, my patience officially clocked out. So I started a new system. Anytime I walked in and saw pee on the seat, I'd yell down the hall, Ethan, get in here and clean up your crime scene. He'd stomp down the hallway like I'd just accused him of treason. It wasn't me! Why do you always blame me? Because you're literally the only one who stands and pees, I'd snap back. Get the cleaning wipes and stop being gross. He'd keep arguing, insisting it wasn't him, every single time, until I said the magic words. Should I call Dad? And just like that, his tune would change. He'd grumble, complain, maybe roll his eyes so hard I thought they'd get stuck, but he'd clean the seat. I wish I could say that solved it, I really do. But nope. He'd clean it when I caught it, then go right back to pretending gravity and aim were optional. At first it was annoying, then it became routine. Then it became humiliating. Because one day, I had friends over. We were hanging out, laughing, watching something on TV, and my closest friend, Mia, went to use the bathroom. A couple minutes later, she came back out, and her face said everything. She leaned close and whispered, there's pee all over your toilet seat. That hot, sinking embarrassment hit me like a truck. My brain immediately flashed through all the times guests had used that bathroom. How many of them had seen that and just silently judged me? My family? Our hygiene? I was mortified, and I was done. See, it wasn't just the pee anymore. It was the denial, the lack of accountability, the "it's not me" chorus every time, even when the evidence was basically glowing. So I decided to give him a taste of his own medicine. Literally. Not actual pee. Don't worry, I'm not that unhinged. But something that looked close enough. The next time I went into the bathroom and found the seat decorated again, I cleaned it. I wiped it carefully because I didn't want to live like an animal. Then, before I left, I filled my hand with water, lightly sprinkled it across the seat, and left just enough droplets to make it obvious. On days I wanted to be extra dramatic, I'd add the tiniest bit of yellow watercolor to the water to give it that unfortunate tint. Then I'd casually go back to whatever I was doing and wait. Sooner or later, someone, usually my dad, would go into the bathroom, see the evidence, and shout, Ethan! Get in here now! And from down the hall, like clockwork, why is everyone blaming me? It's not me! Except this time, he was actually telling the truth. I'd just sit there pretending to be confused. That's weird. It's not me either. Dad didn't even entertain it. I don't want to hear excuses. Clean the toilet. End of story. Ethan's face would twist in rage and disbelief, but he'd still grab the wipes and clean it up. Did I feel bad? For about 10 seconds. Then I remembered the months of morning splash zones and the embarrassment in my friend's voice, and the guilt magically evaporated. After a while, something interesting happened. The accidents started happening less. The real ones, I mean. Either he was finally learning to aim like a functioning human, or he was cleaning up after himself more often because he didn't want to risk getting blamed when it really wasn't him. Either way, W for me. I honestly thought that was the end of it. A quiet victory, silent justice, case closed. But then, 3 days ago, it happened again. Real P. I knew because I walked in right after he did. No one else had gone in. No watercolor, no setup. Pure, unfiltered Ethan laziness. And I thought, okay, time to go pro. That day, he had a couple of his friends over. They were in the living room, gaming, laughing, doing their usual teenage boy chaos. I waited until I knew he'd just used the bathroom. Then I went in, saw the mess, cleaned what I needed to so I wouldn't gag, and then recreated my little water art all over the seat and a tiny bit on the floor. Then I walked into the living room, right in front of his friends, and said in my best big sister public announcement voice, "Ethan, dude, why didn't you wipe the seat after you peed all over it? It even got on the floor. Aim better." The room went silent. His friends all turned to look at him. He went red, like tomato red. "It wasn't me. Seriously, what the hell? It has to be Dad or something." I tilted my head and played it calm. "Bro, I literally saw you walk out of the bathroom. It's okay, everyone has weird habits. Just, please clean up after yourself. My friend already complained about it once." The way his soul left his body in that moment, I almost felt bad. Almost. His friends snickered. One of them joked, "Bro, how do you miss a whole toilet?" Another laughed. "Man's out here power washing the bathroom." He was furious and humiliated, but he couldn't prove a thing. Later that night, he came to my room, still mad. "Lily, I swear to you, that wasn't me. It has to be Dad. He goes in there too. Why does everyone think it's me?" And that's when it clicked. This entire time, he'd just assumed it was Dad doing it too. Instead of saying anything, he just quietly took the blame, argued a bit, but never pushed it, because in his head he thought, well, Dad's the other guy using the bathroom. It must be him sometimes. Which is hilarious, because I had been deliberately framing him with tap water and Crayola yellow. Did I confess? Absolutely not. To this day, he still doesn't know. But here's the best part. Ever since that day with his friends over, even on the rare occasions when I spot a drip or two, it's gone within minutes. He cleans up, on his own. No yelling, no nagging, no calling Dad. No dramatic confrontations. He just wipes the seat. Mission, as far as I'm concerned, accomplished. So now I've got to ask you, if you were me, would you have done the same thing? Is this creative justice or straight up petty and evil? Comment below. Are you team big sister or team you went too far? And have you ever had to pull a petty revenge move on a sibling or roommate to finally make them change? I need to hear your stories, because if I'm going to hell for this, I'd like to know who's sitting next to me.